Okay guys, so today is a very exciting day. I get to start filming episodes on my Mercedes. It is a 2008 Mercedes ML63 AMG, and I bought it for $1,750. The guy had, well, his wife actually was driving it, and the car in the other lane had hit a deer, and the deer got flung in front of them, and it dented the hood right here. And after the accident happened and it was stored, it had snowed pretty good, and the paint had a crack in it, and when the snow slid off, it cracked it off, so it did that. So it needs to get a new hood. I put a new grill on it already, and when it hit that and broke the grill, it pushed in just enough, which I'll be able to show you later, that it broke the oil cooler line off of the oil cooler inside, just behind this area here. And so it had lost oil pressure for whatever the seconds that it happened, and when it did that, it was able to loosen the timing chain enough that it bent some valves. And so when I got it, I tore the engine down, put all new valves in it, new timing chain set, head gaskets, all that good stuff. And today I'm starting to film because I finally got all the computers for it, because it had, when the accident happened, they left it over at a friend's house, and this back window was left down a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to tell with this other seat on top of it. I'll have to show you later on, but with this window down a little bit, it was probably down about that much, rain got in here, and this seat here, I have the front seat off right now because I'm doing the computers. It shrunk up. You can see how much of a gap here. It's like really stiff because it got wet, and then when the water got in there, it so I'm going to be replacing that rear seat, obviously. But water had gotten down in this well down here, and there's like 4 computers that go down in here, and they got completely corroded and nasty, which I'll show you those here in a second. So anyways, I ordered all those computers. It was like just less than 500 bucks for all of them. And anyway, so I have all of them now. The last one arrived a day or so ago, and it's been raining like crazy. As you can see, it's still raining and nasty out, but I couldn't wait to film, so I wanted to get started on it. So anyway, I'll get started on that, and I'll show you the old computers, how bad they were, and I'll be doing some other stuff. I gotta replace the cam phasers, because they're known for the plates. They have a little pin in them that with the oil pressure pushes out, and then it's able to advance and retard the timing. Well, the metal on that is softer than it should have been, and so it actually wears a ramp in the pit, which I'll show you later. It's hard to describe right now, but it wears a little ramp in the little cylinder where the piston goes, and it wears a ramp in it, so therefore it doesn't work properly. So when you start it up for the first time of the day, it clatters like crazy for like a second and a half until it builds up the oil pressure. Then it's fine. So I got all new cam phasers for it, cam phaser plates anyway, to put in it. And other than that, it'll be really nice. If you know what this vehicle is, then you know, but if you don't, then you don't know, obviously. But it's 6.2, even though they labeled it 6.3. Has 510 horsepower. I forget what the torque is on it, but can't wait to be able to drive it and enjoy it. And then the dash, I'm going to be replacing the dash, because the moisture and stuff that was in here when the rain happened, it got a lot of condensation on the window, and then it would run down the window, and as you can see, it delaminated the leather from the dash. So I'll put a new dash in it, because you can't really fix that, and we'll get all cleaned up. As you can see, the carpet's pretty nasty and dirty, but it'll be a very fun car. So anyway, let's get started on it. Okay, I got the battery charger hooked up because it's been sitting for more than a year, and we'll get that charged up, so when I put the computers in, I can make sure it's working, because with those computers bad, things didn't work. Like the sport suspension wouldn't work, couldn't raise and lower it. They couldn't control the stereo. There was no sound coming out of it because the amplifier mounts under there. Check engine light was on, and I couldn't read it to see what the code was, because the gateway control module mounts down there, and it helped communicate with the computer and stuff. And there was one other computer down there, can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but the battery needs to be charged up, so when I plug it in, I can communicate with all the systems and make sure all that's working. Okay, so I just want to lay the computers out here so you can see them and see how bad they are. You can see how high the standing water was on the computers. And here's the brackets. I'm going to be cleaning them up and painting them so that they're not so nasty. This is the gateway control module. This is the one that communicates with all the other computers. And it mounts in there like this, about that height. You can see the water line. Got up to about here on it, so it's all corroded and nasty. This one, the water got up to here. I pulled the circuit board that was in there out to see if it was bad, and it actually wasn't horrible, but the plugs where it plugged on were super corroded, so I got a new one of those. And then this is the bracket that they all mount to, which you can see how high the standing water was on that. So anyway, I replaced all 4 of these computers. So right now what I'm going to do is get the 2 brackets cleaned up and painted so that they look nicer and not all corroded and rusty. And then I can get the new ones mounted on it and get it put in the vehicle. Okay, so I got the brackets all painted up and looking way nicer. I got the new computers for it. There's this one, the gateway control module, the new amplifier, and this part also assists the amplifier if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so I gotta get that all put back together and then get it mounted in the car. So let's get started. Okay, so I got the computers all put together on the brackets and stuff. I got the gateway module already mounted, but these go down inside this little well here. And like I said before, the window was left down and water got in here, and so it destroyed them. So I'd like to be able to build a bracket that would lift them up and turn them flat. Because they're down in here, down like this. I'd like to be able to have them up like this so they're not just sitting on the bottom. But anyway, let's see what we can figure out. Okay, so I got all those plugged in. These other plugs are for the bottom of the seat. So let's see if anything works. I also couldn't adjust the steering wheel if I remember right. Still getting nothing with the steering wheel. Let's see if we got stereo. Hey, we got stereo now. Confirms that. See if we got. Alright, I'm gonna get my check engine light or check engine scanner and scan the light and see if we get communication with that now, because we weren't getting any before. Okay, we got the computer plugged in and scan it, see if we get communication. Let's see what we get now. Well, look at that. It's communicating. Check engine light was on before. And the coolant fan, or cooling fan for the radiator, as soon as you would start it, would go on high instantly. So, I'm saying there's 10 codes in the... I mean, golly, look how many systems are scanning this thing. We'll be back once it's finished scanning, because this is going to take a while. Okay, it finished scanning, and this is the most codes I have ever seen, but that's to be expected since the computers got fried. So starting up here would be the OBD2 codes, basically, for the PCM. So there's 10 codes there. All the orange ones have codes, and then the red dot shows the number. I don't know if you can make that out on the screen, but anyway, so there's 10 on here, 8 here, 4, 1, 1, 6, 9, 4, 24 on the ABS, 5. Anyway, there's a lot. So the computers were messed up, so obviously that's to be expected. We'll go in here, we'll read the codes. Pull this out here so I don't have to lean in. So first code is misfire cylinder 8, and that's to be expected because, like I said earlier in the video, it had lost oil pressure for a second, allowing the timing chain to be loose enough to jump teeth and bend some valves. And so I took the heads off, and new head gaskets, new valves in the heads, all that stuff. And since I did that, I haven't been able to communicate with the computer to clear these, so they're still there. So anyway, so we got misfire cylinder 8. Position of exhaust cam of the left cylinder bank is implausible. Also, the cam phaser plates on this are worn out, so therefore when it first starts up, it's not locked in position to keep the timing perfect on the phaser until it builds up oil pressure. So I'm sure that's what that is. The position of the intake cam, same thing. Left intake camshaft hall sensor, the time of the signal value changes implausible. I'm sure that's the same thing. Misfire, multiple cylinder misfire. Cylinder 5, cylinder 6, cylinder 3, cylinder 7, and then right intake camshaft, same thing. So I'm sure those are all it's hard to do one-handed, old stuff, so we'll clear those. Put this so I can make sure they're gone. Okay, they're gone. Back to main menu. Says there's still one there. We'll see what it says. So right now I have the gas pedal unplugged, or the accelerator pedal, to be able to get the carpet out and stuff. It's actually sitting right back there underneath the paper towels. So it's saying it's getting a signal from that, so that'll go away once I plug that back in, so that's no big deal. So this one's for the transmission. And I was able to drive it, it shifted and everything just fine, but I could tell it was in limp mode because it wasn't being able to communicate, and it had all these misfires and stuff. So no cam message was received from the control unit. I'm sure that, yeah, the gateway control module right here, that's because it hasn't been cleared since I cleared it. Blah blah blah, all that's from the module. They're all the control module, so those can all go away. It's cleared properly. We'll scan it. Yep, they're all gone. Go back here. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with all these, but intelligent servo module, I'm sure was communicating through that. Probably the gateway. Yep, central gateway control. So that's all because of that. I'm sure all these are. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear all of these, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I have it doing a auto clear all. So as you can see, it's jumping around and clearing them all. That way we don't have to watch me do them individually. You can actually hear things all around the car powering up now for the first time because they're cleared and they're communicating. There's a bunch over here yet to go still. So these ABS ones are sorry. I don't know why I was saying ABS. Airbag sensors. I'm sure that's because the seat's unplugged. The component or the signal line to the component S68-1 seatbelt buckle and seatbelt warning switch driver side. Yep, so those are all for the driver side seat being unplugged. As you can see, that yellow plug right there is airbag plug, and that one down there on the floor is. Alright, a lot of these will probably go out once the seat and everything is plugged back in, so much better. Alright, okay, so we got the computers all changed out. Now we're going to move on to replacing or rebuilding the cam phasers and changing out the plates that are inside there. So let's get started pulling that apart. Okay, I'm going to get the coil packs removed so that I can get the valve covers off. Okay, so you can see how clean it is in here from when I did the head gaskets and the valves and everything. Super nice and clean in here. So anyways, these are the cam phasers, and this plate right here in between this geared part and the smooth part. This little thin plate in here is the problem, so we need to take those off. We're going to do the passenger side ones first, and then we'll get it all closed up, and then we'll do the other side. Because I have this outside, I don't want rain and moisture getting in here, so you can only do one at a time. Once I get this piece off here, then I have to get the timing all locked in place so that none of this stuff moves when I take the cam phasers off to rebuild them. So let's get started with that. Okay, so we got the cam phaser cover off. We are going to now get the timing stuff set so that the timing won't move at all when I have to break these bolts free, because they're on there fairly tight, and if I just try to undo them, they're going to rotate, so I have to get it held in place. Anyway, so let's go get that kit and see what all there is to it. So we got the tool here. We got the cam phaser alignment tool for the timing. This one goes at the back of the camshafts to lock it in, and this cradle piece goes at the front right here to lock the front of the camshaft in. So let's get that all set on. Okay, so we're gonna get the timing stuff put on here. Got the little lock for the back of the camshaft already in place, and the cradle piece right here sits down over it. And you put a valve cover bolt in it. I don't need to be cranked down or nothing, just snug so that it won't cockeye on you. Okay, that's snugged up, so now I should be able to break these cam phaser bolt free and then remove them and start rebuilding them. So let's get that done. Okay, I got the intake cam phaser off for the passenger side head. The new cam phaser plates from 63 Autosport comes with the new little pistons that go in there and the new springs. Anyway, and here's the new plates. You just have to, when you take the other one off, match up and make sure that the location of the little cylinder here where the piston slips down inside of is the exact one, because there's different locations depending on which cam phaser goes with, so you just have to match it up to the correct one. So anyway, let's get busy pulling this one apart and get it replaced. Okay, so I got the bolts out. When you flip it over, you want to make sure you don't lose this little plastic pin right here. It goes on the end of the spring that's in here, and then the pistons inside of that. Here's the plate, and this is the whole reason. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. Move it here in the light. You can see right here where the piston, that little pin would sit down in there. You can see that little ramp, that shiny area, how ramped up that is. So it doesn't hold that pin in place. So therefore, when it first starts up and there's no oil pressure, it just causes this little thing right here to clatter back and forth inside here until it builds up oil pressure. And when the new one doesn't have that little ramp right there, that pin keeps it locked in place so that it can't move until it has oil pressure. And then oil pressure pushes that pin out of the way, and then it can all operate off of oil pressure. So anyway, let's get finish putting it all back together. So I just got to match up this plate with the other plate, find the correct one, and going by where that little finger is that sticks down right there. And that first one I looked at was in a different spot. So I know that top one is not the correct one. So we just got to dig through there and find the right one, and then put it all back together. Okay, so we got this cam phaser all rebuilt. I got the new plate in there. So now I'm gonna go pull the other one off and rebuild it. You can see on this one, the ramp that comes up out of that hole. So both of those are toast. Anyway, back to it. Okay, so we're going to get the cam phasers put back on. I got the new plates put on there, so let's get going. Okay, so I got the cam phasers put on. The bolts just hand tight. I got to get this on to hold it in place. Remove this first. Back with the cradle. Put the valve cover bolts back into the cradle to hold it in place while they get tightened up. And then after that, I'm going to have to go and scrape off all the old former gasket on here to help the gasket seal. Nothing I hate more than putting new valve cover gaskets on and they still leak, so I'll put former gasket with it. All right, so we'll get those those tightened up to hold that in place, and then we'll crank these down and get working on getting the former gasket off. Let's go. Okay, so I got the cam alignment tool on the front here, so I can get those tightened up. So let's get that done. Okay, so we got the cam bolts all tightened down. Everything's aligned, so we can get this all taken off and then clean up all the form gasket on top here, and then get the valve cover installed, and then move on to the other side. So we got the passenger side all done. Now we need to start taking apart the driver's side so we can get it all rebuilt. The cam phasers anyway, rebuilt. So let's get started pulling it apart. Okay, so we got the valve cover off and the cam phaser cover off. Now we need to get the timing tools all set on so that we can break these bolts free on the end of the camshaft so we can get these ones rebuilt. So let's get that done. Okay, so we got the cam phaser in here. We're going to get it taken apart so we can get it rebuilt. So let's get going on that. Okay, we got this one all rebuilt. It's ready to go back on the car, so let's take it out there and put it on. All right, we got the last one all rebuilt and ready to put back on, so let's get it on and get the valve cover back on and get it all sealed up. Okay, it's the next day. Last night it got kind of dark and the filming was kind of shitty, but anyway, I got all the engine all put back together, the valve covers on, and the air cleaner boxes on. Let me turn it around and let you take a look here. Everything's all put back together. And we're ready to start it up and see how it does. So let's go ahead and get the camera set up and fire it up. Okay, we're gonna start it up. Okay, as you can see, it's running really nice. Anyway, so now we just need to let it get up to temperature and then make sure that the coolant's full. And so we need to get the interior all put back together. See, this is all still taken apart from having the seat and the carpet taken out to replace the computers down here. So, gotta get this all put back together, and before I put the seat back in, I want to vacuum the seat up, or the carpet up, and make sure it's nice and clean. So let's get started with that.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
so I got the front all cleaned up. Just need to clear off the back half and get it cleaned up, but pretty big difference. Anyway, then get the back cleared up and then get the panel wiped off here so that I can put the seat back in and move on to clean up the other side. All right, let's get going.
Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Okay, so we got this side all vacuumed up. I just need to wipe down the center console here, and then I can put the trim pieces on and put the seat back in. So let's get that done. Okay, we got all the trim back in and the center console wiped off. So now we're going to move the seat into place. I'm going to wipe off the side of the seat right here because I won't be able to reach it down in there once the seat's in place. But we'll get the seat mounted and then the side will be all back together. All right, we got the seat all mounted in, the floor all cleaned up. I still have to put the kick panel on the underside of the dash back up. You can see the wires hanging down there, but I want to try to get the power steering to work. So anyway, all right, okay, so I feel stupid. So the wires that are unplugged down here, because I have this kick panel undone, so this wire was unplugged and this wire was unplugged. I don't remember unplugging them. They just came down when I took the panel down. This one's the OBD2 port, and then these ones are for the courtesy light that's down here, and then the temperature sensor, or the air sensor that goes inside the little vent there. But these ones were unplugged. Well, this one comes down, plugs into this, and then this goes up to the tilt wheel and everything. So now the tilt wheel and the telescope are working. So, but I didn't unplug these. They were already unplugged when I took it down, so I just didn't realize that. So anyway, so that part's fixed. So now we just need to figure out the air suspension problem, and then I think it's ready to take to Mercedes, because apparently on the gateway control module, even though I got the same exact number because they came with different numbers on them, but I got one with the exact same number on it, it has to be programmed to the vehicle. And that could be the whole reason the air suspension thing is not working, because the gateway control module communicates with everything in here. But I'm going to check and see if the pump for the airmatic system is not working properly. But my guess is it's the gateway control module, because it hasn't been initialized or whatever to the vehicle, that it's not able to communicate with it properly. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you get notified of all future episodes on this Mercedes. So all right, we'll see you in the next one.